All I'm saying, it's not gonna work. It's 8 o'clock on a Sunday. A regular crowd shuffles in. There's an old man, he's sitting next to me, making love to his tonic and gin. He said, son, can you play me a memory? I'm not really sure how it goes, but it's sad and it's sweet, and I knew it complete when I wore a younger man's clothes. La la la, la la la, la la la, la la la, la la. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody. I hope you are. You got us feeling all right. Now, John at the bar, he's a friend of mine. He gets me my drinks for free. And he's quick with a joke. He'll light up your smoke. But there's some place that he'd rather be. Oh, he said, John, I believe this is killing me. As the smile ran away from his face. Oh, I know I could be a big movie star if I could get out of this place. La 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 la. La 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 la. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling all right. Now, Paul, he's a real estate novelist who never had time for a wife. He's talking with Davy, who's still in the Navy, and probably will be for life. Oh, and the waitress is practicing politics. As the businessmen, they slowly get stoned. Oh, they're sharing a drink they call loneliness, but it's better than drinking alone. La la la, la la la. La la la, la la la, la la. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing it with me. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling all right. It's a pretty good crowd for a Sunday. You're magnificent, truly magnificent. And I hope you're wearing your masks. And the manager, well, she gives me a smile. Good to see you've done your hair for tonight and makeup.
Just jealous.
'Cause she knows that it's me. Let me just sing that a little bit. 'cause she knows that's me. 'Cause she knows that it's me they've been coming to see, to forget about life for a while. Oh, and the piano, it sounds like a carnival, and the microphone, it smells like a beer. And they sit at the bar and put bread in my jar, hopefully, and say, "Man, what are you doing here?" Last time, sing us a song, little piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling all right. Welcome, welcome,
Welcome, everyone.
bienvenue.
Lovely to see that you've all just behaved yourselves and come in nicely and quietly.
Have you
and-
sat quietly now?
Yeah, they've been very good.
It's-
They've all got their
it's-
refreshments.
You've all got your refreshments. You're all sitting with your glass of wine.
are,
For
they
many
are.
of you, your glass of Horlicks.
No,
That's the kind
they're
of
all
person.
on the elderflower gin, as far as I can
Oh,
make out.
elderflower
Elderflower
and gin,
gin,
or
yes.
elderflower gin.
Elderflower gin.
It's really worrying. And this for Lyndon, who asked for something jazzy, and it's Let there be you, let there be me, let there be oysters under the sea, and let there be wind, occasional rain, a chili con carne, sparkling champagne. Let there be birds sing in the trees, someone to bless me whenever I sneeze. Let there be cuckoos, a lark and a dove, a bird festival, please. Let there be love. Let there be cuckoos, a lark and a dove, a bird festival, please. But most of all, please, but first of all, please, let there be love. Let there be cuckoos, a lark and a dove, but first of all, please, but most of all, please, but first of all, please, let there be love. 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 Let there be love.
Wow, that could be so appropriate for so many people, but the two that I'm going to mention at this point are the Moons. That's David and Pamela Moon. Welcome. And it's your anniversary, your 30th anniversary, I think, this week, which is Pearl, I believe. Is that right, Pamela? You might be able to tell him. And the other couple at this point are our dear friends Penny and Tony. Your
Who are out
anniversary...
having a meal as we speak, but they're coming
they're
back.
Be catching this at some point.
Hopefully.
And it was your anniversary yesterday, I believe.
Oh, was it yesterday?
Well, that's what I heard.
I think they're out for a meal tonight, so
okay.
it may well be
Fine.
today. I
Okay,
may have
how
got it
dare
wrong.
you. Anyway, happy anniversary, guys. And we have a few more to mention a bit later on.
This very special evening. This is number 17 we've done, and one of the things that one becomes convinced about, despite all the nonsense that's going on in the world and all the things that are happening, a song that you've loved hearing time and time and time again, and I always like to sing it for my neighbour Tracy, who may or may not be listening. But I see trees of green, red roses too. I see blue for me and for you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Well, I hear skies are blue and clouds white, a bright blessed day, dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of the people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, oh, I love you. While I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Sing it for you. If you know the words, come on. The colors of the rainbow, pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of the people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, oh, I love you. I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh, what a wonderful world. What a wonderful
Oh, well, they've all enjoyed that, JV.
Do you like the arrangement?
They do love the
my
arrangement.
Insta
Yes, your little Insta arrangement. And I know a couple of people who would agree with the sentiments of that song very much. Our dear friends Sally and Roy. Roy, you managed to have an accident, was it 22 years ago? And as you put it, that's when you last stood up for yourself. So you've been in a wheelchair ever since. And 18 years ago, you married Sally, who is a wonderful lady. And you're both very dear friends. So happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary,
both of
mate.
you.
And
we know that you think it's a wonderful world.
yeah. And he sent me this. Now, Roy is the king
Just
of
a
the
thought.
inappropriate jokes. Gallows humour doesn't even come quite close to it. This one is as good. This is
You can use
publishable
this one. You
as
can
possible.
use this one, can you?
Okay, just a thought. What's wrong, Charlie? Asked the. This is a very much an in joke with vicars and churches. So just bear with me. What's wrong, Charlie? Asked the vicar. I need you to pray for my hearing, replied Charlie. The vicar put his hands on Charlie's ears and prayed. And when he had finished, he asked, "So how's your hearing?" "I don't know," said Charlie. "It isn't until next Tuesday." Thank you very much. I'm here all week now.
Very good.
Another one.
Very good.
Victoria
Nice one,
Moy
Roy.
sent this one. She's been sending me a collection of bad jokes. They are pretty bad, but this one made me actually laugh. My wife just sent me a heartwarming text, and it said, "If you're sleeping, send me your dreams. If you're laughing, send me your smile. If you're eating, send me a bite. If you're drinking, send me a sip. And if you're crying, send me your tears. I love you!" Exclamation mark. I replied, "I'm on the toilet. Please advise."
That appeals to you, doesn't it?
Oh, that one. And there's one from Liz B. Actually has been doing better than her husband John B. And I'm sorry, Johnny,
she's done
but
well.
you're
You've got to
really
catch
falling
up, John.
behind here. And I like this one. And it said, it's a COVID-related joke. "This will be the first year we're not going to Hawaii because of COVID-19. Normally we don't go because we can't afford it."
Very good.
I like it.
Nice one.
Okay. Right, well, I'm moving on. Now,
Okay.
I'm going to sing 2 songs, and then we're going to have a special guest. I listened today to something that Oprah Winfrey was talking about. It's a little bit of serious stuff, this. And she talked about forgiveness and the nature of forgiveness. And it was a really helpful, moving thing about forgiving her mother. And it was just one of those very moving things. One of the things she said was something that identified with me. I think I mentioned it way back, right back in the beginning of the lockdown sessions. I'd been out in the studio before we started doing these evenings. And I listened to, there's a version by Mahalia Jackson, I think, with, who's a trumpeter, Louis Armstrong. But I also heard a voice from the Gaithers. They have a singer that sung this, and she just suddenly started singing, and the chorus joined her. And it moved me actually to tears. And it was at a time when I was thinking, what was going on? What is going on? And we're still thinking, what is going on? But she sung it, and it just and it was and it leads into another song. But this one, it's what's called a kind of a ragtime stomp that I'm going to kind of do this in, and I hope it works. But take my hand, precious Lord, lead me on. Let me stand. I'm tired. I'm weak. I'm worn. Through the dark, through the night, lead me on. Through the light, take my hand, precious Lord, lead me home. Oh, take my hand, precious Lord, lead me on. Let me stand. I'm tired. I'm weak. I'm worn. Oh, through the dark, through the night, lead me on. Lead me on through the light. Oh, take my hand, precious Lord. Take my hand, precious Lord. Take my hand, precious Lord, lead me home. On a hill far away stood an old rugged cross, the emblem of suffering and shame. And I love that old cross, where the dearest and best for a world of lost sinners was slain. So I'll cherish the old rugged cross till my trophies at last I lay down. I will cling to the old rugged cross and exchange it someday for a crown. to the old rugged cross, I will ever be true. With shame and reproach gladly bear. Then he'll call me someday to my home far away, where his glory forever I'll share. Sing it with me now. Oh, I'll cherish the old rugged cross till my trophies at last I lay down. I will cling to the old rugged cross and exchange it someday, and exchange it someday, and exchange it someday for a crown. Whoa!
Woohoo! Yeah, they've enjoyed that, but they're keen to know who the special guest is.
Oh, that's nice.
Not when they find out who it is. Not when they see who it is.
They'll be so disappointed.
Oh, what?
Oh man!
Oh, man. Did you have the words for Garish High? Was it somewhere else?
Yes, it's here. Yes.
Is it?
Do you want them?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Just
Nice.
excuse me, people.
Oh, that's a me. Nick's there.
How many more people can we
Yeah,
get?
he's got three.
I introduce you my lovely special guest tonight, the first of 54 who are going to... You can get in here. Here's Nick as well, and my son Matt on the guitar and vocals, and Nick's going to be joining us on another vocal, Go Recite. Matt, you remember this one, Nick? Go Recite. Well, sing it, you know. I know you lie on love's trouble. Only you know the pain. Unafraid to face the devil when those remains to the rain.
Rest high on the mountain, son, your work on here is done. Go to heaven a shout,
Love for the Father and the Son. Oh, how we cried the day you left us,
gathered round your grave to grieve.
wish I could see the angel faces when they hear sweet voice sing. Come on, sing, boys.
Go rest high on the mountain,
Oh, how we cried. Day left us, gathered round
Your graves to grieve.
Wish I could see the angel faces when they hear your sweet voice sing.
Oh, as high on the mountain, son, you work on earth is done. Go to heaven shouting.
Love for the Father and the Son. Let's sing it one more time. Come on, that one.
You're as high on the mountain,
Lovely.
son, your work on earth is done.
Again.
Go to heaven shouting.
Love for the Father and the Son. Love for the Father and the Son. What fantastic! Say hello, Nick. Are we?
Hello?
Are you on
Am
camera there?
No, well, if Rachel brings me up.
Rachel, bring up
Wait,
Sue.
I've got to social distance to my mum.
You don't
Hello.
have to say.
Hello.
There we are. There's Nick. Now that's the first time we've sung that together in 3 years. It must be
4
since
years.
The tour. 4 years.
Well, more than four and a
So
bit.
Nick usually on drums, but he can't get a drum kit in here. But
We are breathing by numbers.
we are. So Matt Speed. Now let me introduce you. I want to introduce you to Matt straight away now. And let's get in there. Matt. Hello, welcome.
Thank you.
And Nick, hello, nice to see you. Nick
Hello there.
was the one who made the film that you saw, talking about the project. That's his business, NV Media. And here's Matt, who has been
Hello.
The executive producer from the beginning of this one, the project. And Matt, talk to us. What's happening? Why is this happening? And what's the launch day?
Well, hopefully most of you already know what's happening. Hopefully you have seen the amazing video made by Nick and MV Media that we launched last week. How do we start this? I guess, like the rest of you. I mean, what's it for? It's following throughout this whole lockdown period. It's been great to see Dad and Mum do what they've been doing this. It's great to be here today and actually see it happen in the flesh, and pop the head into the room a few times over the last month or so, and it's amazing to see what you've produced. And I remember coming over briefly, and you were talking about people mentioning an album, and it's been in, we talked, and I said, well, it'd be amazing if you could actually do this. It'd be amazing if we could make this happen. The big line, let's make this happen. But of course, at the moment, now's not the time to be, everyone's not necessarily flush with enough money to do a full album on their own. So, and it's not cheap, as we've said, to make an album. So I had the idea of this thing called crowdfunding, which hopefully some of you are kind of understanding a bit more. And it's literally about you, the fans, and the supporters of JV and Susie V, how you can, just by giving money up front, being able to make this album happen. And it's not... it's about a lot of people being able to come together to make this work, and to make this, especially for you, people that have been watching Sunday. What number Sunday is this? You said 17? 17 weeks. I mean, that's
and some people have been watching every week.
Yeah.
From
they
the
were
beginning.
talking about it. Some people have been with us the whole journey.
And we saw people yesterday in Worthing on the beach. We took granddaughter, Matt's beautiful daughter Poppy. We took her out for the day to Worthing Beach, and there, walking past, we were playing hide and seek
Under a blanket on
under a
bench.
blanket, and a
Sounds
guy
about
walked
right.
past, and I think now I forgot. So sorry. Write in now because you're watching tonight. He wrote into me, and I didn't write it down. It was too quick just before we started. But he came and said, Della, watch this show every week. I had no idea. And lots of other people, thousands of people around the world. We welcome people tonight from Australia. We welcome Chris, Alex, and Lucas from Australia. We welcome the people that spoke to you this morning.
Neil and Jenny Woodward, they're over in Booragool.
We welcome people in Bermuda right now, the Matthews.
Yes, and Maria is from Denmark.
Maria
She's
from
watching.
Denmark, my lovely Maria from Denmark.
Hooray.
Maria, who you all knew, remember you guys went over and stayed there. So many people, there's St. Vincent from Canada, from the States, somebody with a friend of me today from Wichita, and so we've got so many, 27 different countries. They're tuning in, I guess, because they like a little bit of reality and a bit of, it's just a bit of homespun in the room, just singing songs and telling tales, really, I suppose. That's where, but you talked about money.
Yeah.
About giving money. It's more pledging money, isn't it?
Yeah, so, I mean,
How's it
obviously,
work?
again, as we mentioned on the video last week, a lot of you have been incredibly generous, and I know that you've been giving and donating money towards Mum and Dad via PayPal to help in this time. And as a full-time musician myself, it has been hard. I know it's been hard. And I know how much they appreciate your support. Please don't think it hasn't gone unnoticed at all. And this is more, there are donation options to this. So if you want to donate a lump sum towards it and say, do you know what, I want to make this project happen, I just want to, bless you guys with this money, then that's fine. There's an option for that on the website. But most of it is pledging, as you said. You're pledging X amount, as we'll tell you in a second, to get an album in the future. This is not. We've done a lot of what I've been sitting at my laptop solidly for the last 2-3 weeks, trying to work out whether this is going to make sense, and if we can make it happen. There's a lot of ifs and maybes and buts and what ifs, but actually we know we can make it happen. We know we can tick all the boxes. We've got the budget lined up. We now just need to reach the budget that you'll see today to be able to make this happen. And you can go on, you can support, and you can choose a kind of a tier if you want. And we guarantee that the album will be sent to you, or whatever tier you choose will be given once you've pledged.
And I think it's important to mention straight away that the money that is raised, and this is so important to know, the money that you've been giving us week by week is different. This does not go to
completely.
us. This goes to, effectively, Matthew, who's off to Bermuda, I think.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Taking Julia and Poppy and Lily, and we'll see you all later.
And that's great. But the money does not come to us.
No,
all
not
right?
at all.
It does not come to us. It goes straight.
In fact,
to
we got a separate account. Everything is going into that, and also what we really, really need to stress is this is slightly different from a normal fundraising. So if you pledge your money, and sadly we don't reach the target, now hopefully we will, but if we don't, then you will not be paying that money. The money doesn't leave your account until the total is reached.
Which is after 27
Which is 27 days. So we're setting this for 4 weeks. We're going to let this run for 4 weeks. And once, if we reach that total, and hopefully we can reach the total before, I mean, being positive here. But if sadly we don't reach it, don't worry, you won't be charged for something that doesn't happen. So if you say, well, actually, I really want to, I want to get two of the lockdown albums, and I want to be part of this virtual choir, then actually, and you pledge that, the money won't leave your account unless it happens. Okay, so you won't be just giving money that's going to nothing, and it doesn't go direct to SV or JV. It's in a holding account that will be completely split into the budget and into it's paying for the album and paying for the people working on the album.
But that's not us.
No, it's not
us.
No.
We're not the ones who get paid for this. So I think actually that the songs, it is also worthy to stress. We're going to sing a song. We'll sing a song for a second and then we'll come back to it. it is worthy to say, what was I going to say? And now I've forgotten what I was going to say.
Oh, it wasn't worthy. It's worth saying then, was it?
About the actual.
Yeah, the actual songs. We're trying, because we've done 14 I've done 14 albums, people. What I don't want to do is lots of duplicates. Do you understand? Many people say, this has got to go on, this has got to go on, this has got to go. But there are songs that are available on other albums, released by my very loyal record company.
Fantastic record company.
You know, Elevation, who've supported me all the way through. Peter Martin and Sue Rinaldi, who's working on our half. So I stress, this is like the American songbook. Some gospel songs, I sung Rugged Cross, things like that.
That we are what we're aiming here is for there to be a real mix of songs, and very much like these evenings have been. We're not just, and sadly we can't please everybody. No. Everyone wants. If you all said your favourite song, then we wouldn't be able to fit them all on. There is sadly a limitation. We'd love to be able to do a double album of 25 songs. That would be great, but sadly,
so if you give a lot,
if you give lots, then we might be able to make that happen. But every song extra costs more money. It all adds up. So there are a limit to the amount of songs that we are able to put on the album. So it is a really difficult choice that we're sitting having to make, and it's not about favoritizing people's choices. It's literally trying to work out the best songs, the best arrangements that Dad has come up with and will come up with Mark Edwards. And actually, there's a part of I have to also oversee this as an executive producer and say I'm trying to think about the longevity of this album and make it work. So it's about all of us trying to work together to produce the best album possible.
Yeah. Matt, look, we wrote a couple of songs together, didn't we?
Apparently, I don't remember them.
So you've forgotten them, but
I think
we're going to start. We'll play it. We'll give it a kind of a shot. I hope you enjoyed. Did people enjoy that Go Rest High?
They did very, very
Did you
much.
like the
They
harmony?
loved the harmonies.
So Nick, do you remember singing these? You'll kind of get it. Oh, for 1,000 tongues to sing, and it comes from the Hymns Project 1. And I've seen a couple of these songs. Matt and I wrote these songs. He doesn't remember writing this.
I'm pretty sure. I thought they were like
oh, no, he remembers this
before
one.
Lily was just after Poppy
Before
was born.
Poppy was born, so she's 3.5. That's right.
It must have been around then.
Okay.
I don't. Which
You
one
get
do you
it
want first?
for 1,000, which is page 24. So we've taken this famous song. That's what I was doing, taking famous words, lyrics, and we're all going to kind of sing along, in harmony if we can when we get to the appropriate bit. And so Nick is. I'm trying to. Do you want to come sit next to me on the bench, Nick? Here.
Yeah, can do.
Yeah. Come join me, son. Because it'd probably be more comfortable than that.
mess.
You clean. You're such a clean freak.
You're
usually.
such a clean freak yourself, yes. Now you're in your own flat, right?
Okay.
Now, I bought him a Hoover today. I bought him a vacuum.
You know you're
cleaner.
old when your dad buys you a Hoover.
I bought him a Dyson. I did. Does it work, Nick?
You're not gonna be able to.
What the hell?
The Dyson. Have you tried it? You haven't plugged it in.
I'm gonna Hoover the first time it comes through. I'm gonna wait a few weeks and then
No, that's not the point.
Can we play a song, please?
Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. For 1,000 tongues to sing, my great Redeemer's praise, the glories of my God and King, the triumphs of His grace, my gracious Master and my God. Assist me to proclaim, to spread through all the earth abroad the honors of Thy name. And with a voice we sing our songs of praise.
worship you for all our days. He speaks and listening to his voice, new life the dead receive, the mournful broken hearts rejoice, the humble poor believe, the humble poor believe, and with our voice we sing our songs of praise. With our voice we sing our songs of praise. With our voice we sing our songs of praise. With our hearts we worship you for all our days. That's not bad. Not bad.
That sounds really good.
You-
Can I just say, these are terrifying. These are really scary.
Why are they scary?
Because it's got your face
Scary
on
daddy face.
Okay. Yeah, but tell us about the Scary Daddy.
it. Scary Daddy.
You're a scary daddy.
This is a scary daddy. We had this puppet. No, you were given a puppet for doing some opera or
Falstaff.
whatever. Falstaff, and someone knitted together this truly horrifying.
It's the
puppet.
scariest
Like
puppet
me.
you've ever seen.
So
Well,
if-
a puppet that
If
looks
you-
like
yeah,
him.
Imagine, so when Dad wasn't around, there was this like,
Eerie.
just terrifying.
It was
still
the
up on
eyes.
the-
It was
still up
the, it was
there.
the eyes, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it was the kind of which just I mean
Well, the kind of
yeah. So if Dad wasn't there,
And it's
to
still
scare
in the
us,
studio.
that puppet was. So.
it's still in the studio now,
Yeah,
isn't
absolutely.
it? Okay, thank you for that. Right, Matt. Why don't you take us through, because people are wanting to know the 5 tiers. Take us through, if
Yeah.
we've got them up, if we've got Rachel.
Yeah, Rachel's just
And bless
finding
Rachel,
us
can
now.
you just
Yes.
bless
Rachel's amazing.
Rachel
Well done,
and
Rachel.
Claire for organising this? Because
Well,
we-
I honestly, I said to you earlier on, I don't think there would necessarily be a lockdown album if it wasn't
No.
for Rachel
No.
and Claire. Like,
No.
they've done such an
They
amazing
have.
job.
It's quite simply.
And by bringing this all together and
Yeah.
seeing, honestly, like being part, I've been watching it online, but being part of, like in this room right
Yeah.
now and seeing what these guys are doing, it's amazing. It's such an incredible thing that they're doing, and such a high quality that hopefully will lead towards.
I
Yes.
think that's
High
what's
quality album,
interesting.
they're set up
I mean, so many people have said to us, there's not a lot of stuff out there doing live shows like this. Well, now show number 17. So thank you, Rachel and Claire. Now go on, talk to us.
Okay, so when we were talking about this and talking about crowdfunding, we thought, well, we could just get a fundraiser and see how much money people would give, but we wanted this to be slightly different. So the reason we've gone through crowdfunding is because there are these reward systems, and we're calling them tiers here. So first of all, number one, the crowdfunding tier is £15 or more. If you pledge £15 or more today, then you can guarantee yourself the Lockdown Sessions CD. So that means once we have produced the album and it's all ready, then we will send it, signed as well. JV will be signing each of these. He will be exhausted by the end. There'll be hopefully lots of signing to do, lots of CDs sold. But so £15 or more, we'll show you in a minute how it works on the website. But that will get you a CD, postage and packaging included, and sent directly to your door. The second tier, Rachel, is we're looking at the Lockdown Session CD plus the launch show access. Okay, so that's £25. So you get the CD delivered to your door again, signed, plus access to the launch show. Now we're trying to put together a fantastic idea of a launch show. We've got some ideas buzzing around our heads of how we can do this and how we can try and get the whole family involved, and maybe other people. We'll see. We'll talk to Mark and we'll talk to Dad and see what we can do. And basically playing songs from the new album.
It might be, for example, we think about putting it in the lounge.
Yeah.
But we've set the whole band up in the lounge, which is bigger. We don't do it from the Steinway, but we use the other keyboards.
Yeah,
and
bring
things
keyboards
like
in.
We've got,
And so we can showcase some of the songs that have been produced, and so we can JV and Sue can talk about the album and what's been produced, which is will be a great night, and we'll make sure it's very special, and that will be for people who have paid for this this tier.
Of course, we'll sing songs at next shows, but
completely.
that will be exclusively.
And you'll hear songs from the album before it is released as well. So it'll be a great way of hearing some of the songs. Yeah. The third tier. Oh, hello. Thanks, Mum. Switch that off, Mum. Thanks for that. Mum's watching. She's on Facebook.
She's on Facebook.
Do you know what?
I'm loving my time here.
Do you know what? Go back to Instagram, Mum.
You are caught out.
Now's not a good time to update your status, Mum. Your son's delivering a message. Come on.
So much support from my mother here. Right, number 3, we are looking at the 50, as you can see on the screen, the £50 tier. It's the again, lockdown session CD, including the signed CD, plus the launch show, and this also includes the virtual choir. Did you want to say anything about the virtual choir?
Yeah, I think actually for people, for many of you, you've got phones, you've got your iPads and things like this. You've seen these ideas with Gareth Malone where he's singing and they send you basically a track, okay, and you sing along to that track, send it back to us, and then you will be included, your voice, amongst others, and it might be hundreds, all mixed together. Mark with his magic and Neil Costello, the engineer, will mix these all together to form effectively what is a virtual choir. Now, go on.
No, well, what I was just wanted to say, this is a concept that actually someone suggested. Was it John Dick?
Yeah.
And you know what? We when it came in, I laughed at it first because I thought this is going to be crazy. And you know what? It probably will be a nightmare, but it's a nightmare we want to make happen because we think it's such a lovely idea. What I think is really important is that, especially for those of you that have journeyed for the last 17 plus weeks, by the time this will be produced, we're looking at September time. This is many months of journeying together as a community, and you all chat every Sunday night. Some of you, I've read, you say, I'm singing along to the songs. Well, this is the only opportunity that I can think of that you, the general public, can actually appear. Your voice can appear on a JV album, and
next to singing next to
with Dad. Now you've got to understand, you can't. And I don't think there'll probably be a chance again. You never know. I can't rule that out. But of actually, this is an amazing opportunity to be part of. You can show your friends. I'm on this CD that is selling all over the world, and sent singing with this fantastic singer who again has sung all over the world. But joining together in this big community choir. JV wanted to do this as a thank you. This is a kind of a thank you for giving this amount. So and we will make it work. And hopefully we're also going to be, Nick will be, fingers crossed if we can get him, if he's not too busy, we'll be producing a video
Nick,
for this
can you
as
talk
well.
about that?
Wow, that's the first I've been told about it.
Well, we thought we'd tell you about it on here.
Hundreds of people in one frame.
Yeah, what would that look like? How does that look like?
Imagine the frame, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6,
Anyway,
7.
yeah, you get the idea. So we're planning on producing a virtual video as well. So you can we can send this to everybody, and we can see all your faces singing along with JV on this particular song, which will be a song that you all will have heard lots of over this lockdown period with JV singing it week by week. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's the clue.
Yeah,
okay.
we're not going to tell you exactly what song, but you will all know it, and you will be able to sing that section of that song. Okay. And your name will obviously appear on the album as well, as the virtual choir under the hopefully. I mean, we got to look into this money wise, because if there are a lot of you, we might not be able to fit you all on. But we will make sure that it is definitely at least on the website and other things. If we can fit it on the album, then we'll make sure.
It would be nice to include in a.
A very practical question that someone has just asked is. What happens if they're a couple? Do they have to pay for that twice? I mean, I would have thought. Is it per person?
Well, what we have talked about was per person.
Oh right.
But
okay.
again, but if you think.
I think actually,
what do you reckon?
For people,
That's a very good
finances, and what we want you to do is to be able to afford what you can do, and it would be better. I would rather have more. I mean, if we get loads of 50, it would be great if we got loads of people singing. And if you're at home, we might do double person discount.
Do you know what? If that is the case, then please contact us. Okay.
Yes, yeah.
So on the website, that we show you in a minute, there's a button that you can say contact project. Okay. You can click on that and you can write to me and we will discuss it. And again, with anything, please contact us and we'll see what we can do.
Everything's possible.
Everything is possible. And also, if that's a bit confusing, then please contact me on JV Lockdown Sessions at gmail.com. Okay. That's on the video as well if you need that. But just write in and to JVLC, whatever, and I'll be able to answer your questions and make sure you're all happy in that. Okay. But let's move on to the next tier. Thanks, Rachel. So the next tier is if you give £100 or more, you can choose this reward, which is all of the above. So that's the CD, that's the launch show, that's the virtual choir if you want to be involved, and as a special gift for pledging this amount, JV has agreed and actually would like to do this. Would like to contact you to say thank you. Via Zoom or Skype or whatever is the best way. So you'll be able to have a private chat with JV about the project, to talk to you about what's happening and just for him to show his appreciation. And do you know what? Just to chat, just to be able to talk through, and you will be able to connect with him.
I think actually we've worked out that this could take us through to COVID-20.
Yeah. He'll be going all the way through to March next 2022. But hopefully that would be great. But again, this is all about JV wanting to show his appreciation for you guys pledging money because as we said, we just can't make this happen without you. So if you would love the opportunity of being able to chat with him, so you get everything up to that and including the personal chat.
Is that?
That's £100. Okay.
100.
And then finally, the tier number 5, Rachel, is 3. If this is a very special one, so we appreciate £350 is a lot of money, but we wanted to do this because there are only 12 spaces for this. Okay, so this one is special because you get everything that has been mentioned before, all the way including the personal thank you from JV. But it also includes, as a really big thank you, Sue and JV would like to dedicate one of the songs on the album to you or to you as a couple or whoever. If you want to dedicate a song to a loved one or a friend, whatever. We just thought that this, again, am I right? You have never done this before?
No,
apart from dedicating songs to mum?
14, 15, 16
I don't think
now,
I've never even had a song dedicated to me, and I've been a son for 32 years.
Calm
So
down.
actually, the fact that he is willing to, and this is a big thing that and the name will be printed in the album, and this is a very special thing underneath the track listing. So a special dedication. There are only 12 of these available, and once they are gone, they are gone. Okay, so that is, if you contact us after the 12, there's only going to be 12 songs.
I mean, if
now,
there's more money, then we get 13.
That's the other thing. If there's
a lot of people are asking, can they have the link? Do they want to start pledging?
Okay.
Rob Barron wants to see if they can crash the site.
Yeah,
initially.
we would love. Do you know, guys? We would absolutely
If you all
love.
came in tonight, we could go home to bed.
So we will.
We will give it 2 minutes. minute, guys.
Okay.
We're just going to run
We'll have it
through
recorded
some.
We're going to
tomorrow.
crash. We're going to crash the internet tonight.
Nick, you can have the video done by the evening.
I'll get working on it.
So we promised we're going to give you the link in just a second. We just wanted to explain these different tiers first. Don't worry, we're not going to secretly release it in the middle of the night so you all miss it. It will be, JV will be like, sing a big note, it's gone live or something like that. You know what he's like. It's gone live. I'm a singer.
This is Matthew's impression.
No,
of
can
me.
we focus? Show some respect to the executive producer. You know what I said about trying to keep him on the straight and narrow? This was why I didn't know Nick was coming today. If I did, I would have told him not to, because yeah. No, because he always plays. Anyway, can we focus? Right.
Let's focus.
I want to be in bed in half an hour. So that's the last tier. Okay, so that's tier number 5. That's £350 for a song dedication. Only 12 of them available. Now, if we manage to crash through our total, that we need to make this record work, then we are hoping that if we raise enough, then we will add another song on, or be able to add another 2 songs on. But we have to be able to be a significant amount above the total. Okay, so this is the minimum that we're working to at the moment.
And I think that's again that anything additional, it will go to an extra track and towards.
Yeah, so again, everything it's not like any extra money raised that mum and dad are pocketing. You've got, please understand that this is everything goes towards the album. I'm making sure they don't get a penny out of this, okay? This is my inheritance we're talking about.
Yeah, okay.
So
He's already put a yellow sticker on this grand piano. So.
Any extra money will go towards being able to record extra songs, because, like I said before, it's more money, and go towards the people. If we would love to be able to support, all the musicians and workers that are working this, we want to make sure everyone's happy, and it will also go towards any extra money will go towards the lockdown tour that mum and dad have hopefully started planning. You better have started planning, because this is what I'm telling people. So it will be the lockdown tour, which will help them be able to reach more and more of you with these songs live as well. Mum, did you have another?
Yes, your father-in-law said.
Oh, ignore what he says.
What is the total?
Wow.
Have you mentioned that?
Well, no. So that we haven't. So the total, we have done a lot of research and a lot of budgeting, and we think the minimum that we can get this album of this high quality. You've got to understand, this isn't just being recorded in the front room. This is going to a professional studio with some fantastic musicians that we want to make sure we are paying, fairly, who have also been affected by COVID. And we really want to make sure it's done to a really high quality. And that budget that we need to hit to make it work is £12,000. Now, a lot of people may go, that's a lot of money. It's sadly, this is what something like this is, and this is the minimum amount. A lot of you have had his JV CDs before. You will see the quality and you will hear the quality. So we want this album to be able to fit in with the rest of his catalogue. Yes. This isn't just something that I've knocked up on my iPhone and we're going to design on clip art. This is a properly professional finished album. Okay, so £12,000 is the minimum that we need to make this happen.
And it started coming in already.
Oh, wow. Has it? Yeah, yes. Okay. So do we want to quickly explain? Do you want to do another song? Or do you want to...
do a song?
Well, no, wait. Do we want to explain the site, launch it, and do a song whilst they're all pledging?
Okay. Sounds like a good
so,
idea.
Rachel, can we just take them and show them the website? So this, ladies and gentlemen, has been my labour of love over the last few weeks. This is we're doing this on something called Crowdfunder, okay? And we will tell you the link in just a second, we promise. So Rachel's just going to slowly go down here, and you will see there's a video, slightly edited video that Nick has produced at the top there, and you'll see the amount. You'll see that £12,000 we need to raise, okay? And then as you see, she's going down there. You see at the top it says donate. Now this. That little bit there that you've got the £10, £20, 30, 50. That is if you just want to give a donation. That's and you can choose more. Some people may say, do you know what? I will buy an album, I promise, but I just want to make this album happen. I just want to give you £20. I just want to give you £10. I just want to give you £100 to make this album, to help you make this album happen. That's up there at the top. And if you press that donation, that will just go towards that. Now, if you want to get the rewards, if you could if you go back one, please, Rachel, that'd be great. Thank you. So if Rachel scrolls down a bit here, you'll see these rewards, okay? And she's going to slow down. You can see that first reward. So that's the Lockdown Session CD for £15, okay? The next one down, scroll down again. The Lockdown Sessions with the show, 25. And she'll just slowly keep scrolling down so you can see all of these different tiers that we're offering. These are all rewards, okay? On the right-hand side of your screen, on your phone, it will be at the bottom of the screen, okay? So you can choose. Now, if you would like, Rachel, can you go up to the first reward? So let's just say you wanted to buy, you wanted to pledge for a copy of the Lockdown Session CD. You would click on Select Reward, and Rachel does it here, and it goes through, okay? And then you will see there, it's Jonathan Vera, Lockdown Session CD. If you would like to donate on top of that £15, you go, I want to pay £15 for CD, but I also want to give you a bit more to help you get over the edge. You can put an additional donation there, okay? Where it says additional donation, and you can just put a bit more money in there if you want. Now, underneath that, you can see it says 100% free, tackling the effects of COVID-19. Now, this is an optional tip that the website puts automatically. This is crowdfunding, giving them the money. So in terms of that, the optional tip, you do not need to give an optional tip. That doesn't go to us. That goes to the website. So if you don't want to tip the website, you just click on please select and just do other amounts, and you can choose 0. Okay, so like Rachel will do now, she chooses other amount, you put it to 0, and it should go down, the amount should go down to the £15. That is the amount to get the CD. Okay, now please, if you're confused, don't just get stuck. Actually write to me, okay? I everything comes to me. You just go back to the main page, Rachel, and along the top there, you see these things along the top. You've got overview, you've got updates, you got just below the video. There you go, right there. Now along there, you've got 5 things: overview, updates, comments, supporters, and contact project. Now we'd love to see your comments, please. If you're giving some money, please do, that'd be great. So you press contact project, and then you just send me an email. Again, if you're really confused, just contact Sue or Jonathan, and we will sort that out. Okay, so that is the website. Now we're going to tell you the website name so you can go on now. We would love to see some pledges coming in tonight. This would be fantastic. So the website for this is...
Stand by.
So it's www. All right, anticlimax much, but crowdfunder.co.uk/Jonathan Vera. Okay, so that's crowdfunder.co.uk/Jonathan Vera. Okay, now we will leave this little banner along the bottom whilst we sing this next song, so you can go onto the site. You can start putting your pledges in. You can have a look at the site. You can read all the rewards again. Keep putting your questions in. Mum is noting them all down. We will answer any questions you have tonight, so don't worry. Some of you may be confused. I promise we will answer all of your questions tonight. Okay, but for now, while some of you are checking this out, we will sing you a song. I've seen that some pledges have already come in, which is fantastic. We're 1%, guys. We're 1% of the way there.
Excellent.
So yeah.
Remember this one? Remember this one? You don't remember this one. You don't remember this one.
Which one are you doing?
You keep starting.
Just as I am.
Just as I am. We wrote this apparently, didn't we?
We wrote this together.
So I'm just going to get the music out.
I think you'd had about an hour's sleep.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I think Poppy had kept you up. You done this one? I think you do actually.
No, he doesn't.
Just as I am, without one plea, but that your blood was shed for me, and that you bid me come to thee. Just as I am, and waiting on to rid my soul of one dark and plenty spot, O Lamb of God, I
us through. Your grace alone
is all we need. Oh, Lamb of God, I just as I am, though tossed about with many a conflict, many a doubt, fightings within and fears without. Just as I am, wretched, blind, sight riches healing of the mind. In you to find, oh Lamb of God, I come. And as we drawing near to you, your constant love will guide us through. Your grace alone is all we need. Oh Lamb of God, I come. Just as I am, you will receive the welcome pardon, cleanse, relief, because you promise, I believe. Just as I am, your love alone has broken every barrier down. Now to be yours, yes, yours alone. The Lamb of God, I come. And as we're drawing near to you, your constant love will guide us through. Your grace alone is all we need. Oh, Lamb of God, I come. And as we're drawing near to you, your constant love will guide us through. Your grace alone is all we need. Oh, Lamb of God. Oh, Lamb of God, I come.
See, it wasn't such a bad song after all, Matthew, was it?
I think I remember writing it now.
Yeah, nice one. Did people like that, Sue?
They did. They loved it.
So
Absolutely
let me just
loved
jump
it.
on the old project.
Yes,
yes.
Have we crashed the site yet? That's the
Well,
question.
it does seem to have ceased.
Yeah, I really hope.
Yes.
Okay, let me just jump onto my project. Let's see how it's going. Oh, okay, this is a very, very good start. This is really good.
£4. Come on.
Come on, £4.80.
Okay,
I give you 5.
so I currently have, we currently have 32 supporters. Okay, which is a great start, you know. But
Fantastic.
we know this is we know some people need to spend a bit of time, work out what they can afford.
Yeah,
We
absolutely,
totally appreciate
absolutely.
this. Now remember, this is going to be running for 4 weeks. Okay, so on the 23rd of if this we've got until the 23rd of April to make of August to make this. Okay, so it's only 4 weeks. I know that seems like a long time. But we would really encourage you, if you are going to support this and you do want the album, please try and buy at the beginning, but towards the beginning, because actually it's very easy to forget. We all forget things, don't we? We always go, yeah, I'll support that. And remember, if we don't reach this target by the 23rd of August, then this won't happen. So we can do this. Let me just refresh one more time. We currently have 37 supporters.
Wow.
And we have raised 31%. We've raised
You're joking.
3,000. No, listen, it's more than that. It's £3,835.
Oh, my word.
We have raised. Guys, you were brilliant. That's the first time I've seen him speechless.
Wait, the camera's not on him.
Come on. It looks like he's about to have a heart attack yet.
Over a bit.
That's
over a bit.
that's
over
one
a bit, 'cause
song.
He's off camera.
Okay, one song.
Wow, thank you so
Guys,
much,
you
guys.
have.
That is just
This is
immense.
such an amazing response so far.
That's an
£4,035. We've had 43 supporters.
in that.
This is
time.
absolutely brilliant. We have just to say we have a lot of donations.
A lot of people are trying to get on the site.
But yeah, people, we completely understand. I think the site is crashing a bit because it's not expecting so many.
Yes, and some people are saying this is all too technical for me.
It
I
is
can't
all
do
too-
it
and we
now,
totally
but
understand.
don't
That
worry,
is-
there's
that is-
plenty of
that is- we
time,
completely
there's plenty of
understand.
time.
When the site calms down,
Yeah.
but I mean, it would be great if you could do what you can do, so we
Yeah.
can tell. I mean, already that is unbelievable.
This is amazing. I mean, we have sold a great amount of CDs, and we know this is only just the start, which is absolutely fantastic.
How many CDs?
So I mean, the number. Well, we've had 43. Let me just check again. 46. We've got £4,460 now.
And so many people are just the messages are amazing. People are just saying how much they're enjoying it, and actually they're just doing it because they love us,
Right.
and
Can I
that's very moving.
Can I just say one of the things, and one of the reasons I wanted Nick in here is because he's very, very badly behaved, and actually he's terrible. He's a joker in the pack. But actually, what we love about this is it's a family affair. Now, Matthew has put, and I'm just going to say this in front of Matthew because it's really, really worth saying, that we were going along in the car when we came up with this notion anyway. I said to Sue, suddenly turned to her in the car and I said, I think we need to make Matt the executive producer. And the reason I say that is because it's very difficult. Imagine, I can't do it myself. The last time I did it, I've got kidney disease. I can't have that much stress now. I have to be, as much as I can be, I've got an appointment on Tuesday on the phone, and as much as I can be, I've got to keep my kidney count high because these days, at the moment, I can't do anything else. So what's wonderful is the fact that Matthew, as soon as I phoned, I said, Matt, I want you to do this. Matt took it on immediately and started, as Matt does, ferret away and find out all the information that he could possibly find out. And he was flooding us with information. I said, I don't know what the answer is. I mean, I don't know. What's the
Annoying
best
you with
one?
information.
No, but that is what you do. And what I said to you, I said about you in my book, those of you who've read those books, you always want Matt on your side. Whenever on stage, if ever there was a problem, and you know this in the band, if ever there was a problem, Matt would sort it. Matt would go, I'll sort it. I'll find a way. And he would always find a way and sort it. And that is what he does.
He's good.
He's good. He's very good. And so good, I'm going to go and help him put his curtains up in his baby's room.
That's how he's paying me.
That's how I'm paying curtain tracks.
Of me
But
curtains.
I swear to you that having them in here for this, it's so moving. And when Nick did this film for us, that just was so brilliant. I mean, he uses his skill, which is what he does for a living. But he applied himself and did it, and so many of you commented what a great piece of work that was. And we are so moved by what you're doing.
Absolutely.
And I can only say thank you. I mean, it doesn't... I'm going to sing a song. I'm going to sing a song that's individual. Can I sing
Please do. Yeah.
And I'm going to sing
need to go and run around. I need to...
Going to go and lie down, I think.
sing a song for How Great Thou Art.
Yes, this
Because that's very appropriate,
this
this
is
is.
very special. This is for our lovely opposite in-laws, Andy and Jill. They've been married for 43 years.
Good
and
people.
Jill, you are a saint. What can I say? To put up with Andy's jokes all the time.
your jokes, Andy.
So we just wanted
Stop
to sing that for them. And there are lots of people with birthdays and so on this week. Jan's your birthday today. Julie Warren, you're 30 on the 31st. It will be your birthday, and you're remembering the fact that 3 years ago you had a brain tumour removed, and you have lived to tell the tale, and it's a wonderful story. So we are delighted.
We think of Dan,
and we think of Karen too. She's had a rough week, so
We
rough day
also-
actually. So we think of Karen.
Also, we think of Tim Venville, who's now
Retired.
retired
Woohoo!
after 60
years.
Not 60 years. That would be
many years.
many years teaching at High Wycombe, and he's retired. He retired last Wednesday, and we send him big love. And
An amazing music teacher
amazing
who,
musician.
well, I sadly have missed out on all the shenanigans.
And I did my first recording with him.
You did. You
I
played
did
the organ.
hymns from Guildford Cathedral, boys. It's on a tape. If ever I die, it's on a little cassette. All right.
That's a tape.
When you take this away, we'll come back.
Okay, you come back. Go and have a little break.
Yeah, have a little
and
break.
I'll just do this. Okay.
Are we going to do You Got a Friend or not?
Yeah. We'll do it.
Come back. Okay, fine.
Oh Lord, my God, when I lost wonder, consider the works thy hand hath made. I see the stars, I hear the mighty thunder, my power around the universe displayed, and sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how
sung. Well sung. I thought that we ought to tell you where we got up to. So Matt's going to give you the running total so far.
So, just there we go. Now, not everybody can see this because the site is
Hang
not
on,
crashing, but it's going
hang
very
on.
slowly.
That's it,
It's
okay.
not updating properly. But I've got. Oh, sorry. What I'm saying is,
Say again.
we understand the site is slow because there's a lot of you on it, which is amazing, and this shows the amazing work you've done. But I do have the admin of this, so I can see how much has been raised, how much we're pulling in. We've had 91 people supporting this already. And this is hard to... you have currently raised, and we've been live for around 10 minutes, not even that. You've currently raised £7,440.
Sorry, say again.
You have raised 62% of the total.
Oh my goodness.
This is it's very special. Very just to let you guys know, I'll refresh it again just in case it has changed.
And I know a lot of people have been saying they've been trying. They actually want to do it tomorrow.
Okay.
Because it's all too much.
Yeah, we understand, and we completely understand. There is there is only, and I'm not saying this to kind of brag. I'm not saying this to kind of inflate his ego or anything like this. What I'm saying it if those of you are wanting it, there is only one song dedication left.
I have caught sight of someone who does want
Okay.
it.
But can't get it. Okay.
Yes.
Do you know,
Okay. Well,
we will if they can't
it's-
get on them. We will make
hopefully-
something work.
yes, yeah,
we
okay.
will. We don't want anyone who has had technical issues to have gone. If you can find that message, if anyone can find that message and let us know, and we will make sure
write it
that
right
is
now.
write it down. If you're having trouble,
You're having trouble getting on, and you want that dedication. I mean, look, the way it's going. I mean,
hopefully
it's
yes.
10 minutes. There will be,
We will
maybe
shoot.
13 or 14.
well, you know what? If we
Songs,
keep raising, if this is
gonna
the
be a
way it's
double
going,
album.
then we can make a double album.
Yeah.
Do you know what? You never know. If there's enough demand there, if we can get enough money, then we would love to just throw more songs
I don't
into
even
this.
know there is a limit to how many you can put. If anybody knows out there right now, there is a limit to
Of how many you put
tracks
on a
you put on a
track.
CD.
Yeah.
I think there are. Do you know this, Nick? Do you know what the limit is? If anybody's out there technical, Sue Rinaldi, who's out there
Text us,
listening
please.
tonight, if she knows if there's a limit to how many you can put on, or even Peter Martin is out there and they're thinking, I wonder how many. Well, you would know that. I think there are limitations. There's a width of CD.
It's usually time. I think it's 80 minutes you can store on one CD.
I mean, if you're doing Jim Reeves' song, then they
that's
last
two.
1 minute 50 seconds.
If you're doing
you give
jazz,
it
that's
130
two songs.
2 songs in jazz, and in country and western, nobody cares. So
I'm pretty sure it's 80 minutes on one CD.
80 minutes. Well, that works out to that's quite a lot.
But
That's
we
a
also understand that a lot of your fans might not have access to Facebook and
No.
might not have things to this. So
No.
we will try our best to please everybody.
Yeah.
As we can't. We understand that not everyone gets everything, but this is an incredible response.
Oh, it's been. I have to say. Do you know what I expected? I mean, today, I said to Sue, I sat there, and this is me. Mr. People talk about half empty, half full. Somebody's nicked the glass, as far as I'm concerned, right? It's not a face of it.
You weren't sure at all, were you?
Well, I wasn't sure. I knew that you were all out there, but I know that actually, we've made by the very nature of the lockdown. There are demands on people's finances. We've asked for your help. We're not going to get anything from this. People have been very loyal. There are people out there who have not got a lot of money who are giving us regular £10 a month. And for me, it's not the £10. It's the fact that they want to do that.
Yeah, it's very moving.
It shows to me it's such a bit because as I was saying to Sue and I listened to Boris yesterday. And he talked about we should be fine by the middle of next year. And I thought, that will mean for us nearly a year and a half without performing. Now, we have, by your generosity, kept going. And this is just above and beyond. I mean, I expected, if I'm honest, about £800 to £1,000. That's what I expected. Everybody just to say, yes, it's lovely, thank you very much. and off we go.
Yeah.
But for this to be in the first 10 minutes, it is overwhelming, and that is the truth. I watched yesterday, I just don't know why I watched it. I watched an awful documentary about a televangelist who was frisking people, robbing people of money. And they were taking this money and living with jets, and and these poor people were sending in their last $100 and this kind of thing. And I just thought we have to be seen to be a zillion miles away from this.
Absolutely.
We are doing, and that's why I've employed family actually to do all of this. And now Claire and Rachel are family.
Really.
Yeah.
They're family.
And people that know us. And Ruth and Martin, my sister and brother-in-law, I'm sure will become involved in this. And we can't wait to get out and do the tour and get to your place, and possibly with a band. Who knows what we can do if we can get this going. I'm a bit dumbfounded. So why don't we sing a song that actually is very appropriate here, right? And
You've got a friend. No.
go tell it on the mountain.
What song?
Look at it.
Money, Bobby.
You've got a friend.
Money. You're such a bad influence. All right.
What song were you doing?
You've got a friend.
Oh, yeah.
Now, this is one that we know quite well, isn't it? We've
do.
sung this is 17 times now, and everybody's saying, oh, well, you've got... there are certain songs, and everybody's saying, oh, we want Sue to sing. Well, like, look, okay, we've heard you.
Yeah, we do.
All right? We've heard you. And the idea will be we'll have the family singing on the album if we can. Want Dan to sing if we can. Get something. Dan's living in Bath, so getting him up here to play, I don't know, we'll see. But now this is also, I sing this song because just a day ago was my lovely Lexi and Adam.
It was their wedding anniversary.
Melvin Boiter, and remember that lovely occasion.
Lovely wedding.
wedding.
Lovely wedding.
And in London, very memorable occasion. And we, if you remember, stood up and sung this. Do you remember? Right, so here we go. Let's try it again. When you're down in trouble and you need some love and care, and nothing's going right. Close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even in darkest night. You just call up my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to
We promise the album will have a better ending than that.
You see, if Dan was here, that wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
No, that wouldn't.
Yeah, right on it wouldn't be boring.
I was pointing to you to sing. Now, ain't it good to know that you've got...
Anyway,
Never mind.
we
Right,
appreciate
we're running
it.
out
You know,
of time.
you guys are heading off early tomorrow, so we've got to make
We
sure.
are.
And I'm sure there are maybe a few questions. Does anybody have any questions or anything coming in?
Yes, someone
go
asked
on,
about gift aid, but I presume that's only for charities. that
Yeah,
people
so
can
I don't
claim
think there's any gift
so we
aid
can't
involved
claim
because
gift
this isn't
aid.
a charity. Yeah.
And
We are
the
definitely
proposed
not charity.
timescale was another question.
Okay, so timescale. So we are planning. I mean, hopefully this is looking fantastic, and it's looking like we should definitely hit the total, which I'm being positive about now, which is great. Thanks to you guys. So thank you so much. We are planning on all being well and everybody being healthy and everything like that to get in the studio. So pre-production will happen at the end of August. And then getting in the
Pre-production
studio.
means that I start working with Mark on what we do for arrangements and all that kind of stuff.
And
And
then,
we arrange it. So we start talking about what's going to happen when the musicians turn up, because when the musicians turn up, they need to work quickly, and and that's how we keep the costs down, actually.
Yeah. So Mark and Dad and myself will spend some time in the studio talking about songs, arrangements, and how we see the album panning out. And then we're planning on getting into the studio early September. So as in first, second week of September. And then to be honest, once that's gone, it doesn't take too long to mix it because we really do have some of the best musicians, some of these top guys. Mark Edwards, a lot of you have seen him, but trust us as musicians, he is incredible and amazing what he does, and he's pulling in an incredible team. So it will be quick. And we will get everything done as quickly as possible. And as soon as we have it, then it will be sent out to you. I've estimated kind of end of September, beginning of October. Yeah. But we will, and actually something that I meant to mention earlier on is that we would love for everyone who contributes. Obviously on these Sunday nights, JV and Sue will keep you updated with what's happening. But those of you that have donated and pledged, I am going to try my best to keep up some sort of online diary. I will be sending you emails or whatever. We're going to find the best thing of keeping you in the loop. We know that you love to find out what's happening, so we will send messages. We will send hopefully videos of JV in the studio, so you can see behind the scenes. This album, and you call this the people's album, don't you? Yeah. This album, as we are 100% looking at here, this wouldn't happen if it wasn't for you guys. Yeah. And you got to understand, all of this money raised has just been from those of you watching tonight. This isn't. We haven't sent it out to the mailing list of people that Mum and Dad have. We were planning on tonight launching it, getting a bit of money, and then launching it to the thousands of people that they see week to week that have bought albums in the past. This money raised has just been from you. So this really does show that this is the people's album. So we want to keep you in the loop. We will be sending you pictures, videos, information, and keeping you in the loop behind the scenes.
Yeah,
so,
because we've got cameras. Yeah. And our phones, and Matt will be filming constantly, and then updating.
Do you know what? We look out for Facebook Lives on Dad's. Yeah. We'll talk to Rachel about how we can get videos put up on Dad's Facebook, and we just want you to see what's happening, and so that it's not going up. But we are trying to push this as quickly as possible. What we don't want is a lockdown album that is released in
before it's time.
Yeah, completely, and before it's finished. So we want you guys to have these songs as quickly as possible. So we will be not rushing, but we will be trying to speed through things as quickly as possible. I did read briefly on one Facebook, someone mentioned a comment about that they, I think, paid for a ticket to the show. I think it was that, and that did they have to buy another one for their husband? If you get a ticket to the show, that's going to be for your device, so you'll have access to it. So
exactly.
You know what? If your family, that pays for your family to have it, and you don't have to go and buy another CD or something like that. No. Okay, so
it has to be based on generosity from us towards you. You have been generous to us. We must be generous with you. If if you've got one device and 65 people, then consider a £10. Just a donation towards the thing would be. Yeah. But do you know what? We're going to leave that, and I mean this. We never charged you. This was, I remember right at the beginning of this, Matt. This whole operation 17 shows ago, somebody suggested that what we do is put a per night charge, an admission fee. And I said to Sue, it totally goes against everything. It's a matter of that biblical verse that says, "Come without money and buy."
Yeah.
And actually, what we asked for is your contributions, and you were generous, and some of you could afford it, did, and some that don't, and that's more than all right with us, because that's how we are as well. When we can afford, we give, and when we can't, we can't. You know, that's the way it is. So we want you to know that this is something that is your creation. We're making it happen, but you're the ones who have come and actually just during this atmosphere, it's been an absolute
This has been.
Just
I mean, you know
brilliant.
what I was saying to Nick? It's a very I know. I called my wife Julia, who if she's still up, go to sleep. You know? Lily's going to wake you up in around an hour.
No, yeah.
But love you lots. Thank you for putting up with me, spending hours in the studio trying to make this happen, and we appreciate you and the girls so much. I called her briefly whilst I was out there because we were buzzing. We were in the kitchen watching these things come in. And you've got to understand, this is a very special thing for our family. You know, this is one of the first time that we've been in kind of in the house together and musical, but also, you know, Nick and I are very proud of Mum and Dad, and we're proud of what they have done and what they have over the years, but also throughout all of this. So to be involved in this for me, I'm sure Nick can back me up here. It's very special. So to see the fruits of their labour, kind of, it's amazing. So, you know, this is so exciting. Just to give you an update, because Dad doesn't know. So you've raised 111 people have given, which is amazing. Which is I would probably we're near. You know, that's a large percentage of you that are watching. That's just of you that are watching tonight, and we've raised £8,290 so far, which is 69% of our total.
Oh gosh, that's astonishing.
So I don't like to go on a limb, but I'd like to say that I'm feeling very confident that we can reach this. So
Thank you.
you know, those of you that have maybe struggled, you know, with the site, it seems to be a bit more stable now. A lot of people have gone on already. So if you haven't been able to get on or get what you want, again, put questions in. Mum's watching all the questions. If you need to ask questions, put them in the comments, and we will help you. Yeah.
One from Judy. She says, "Can I have clarification? The crowdfunding site said money was coming out immediately. No problem, but thought this wasn't happening."
Okay. So what happened? What I meant by that, I think the money comes out immediately and is held in a pot by the crowdfunding website.
Oh, it is.
But we then only receive it if the project reaches its target. Okay, the money goes. Yeah, if the target isn't reached, then you get your money back. Okay,
So they hold it.
They
in
hold
fact, in reality,
they're holding the money for
But
us.
we don't get it.
We don't get it until the 23rd of, and as long as we reach the target.
Several people have said the same thing. So
asking questions?
Yes. Well, no, answering Judy's
Okay, good.
questions.
Sorry if I didn't make that clear.
No,
on
no,
there.
that's fine.
If I'm
That's
honest,
fine.
I thought they didn't.
Well,
so-
I think it's because if everyone could pledge and then block their cards, and then you think, oh, great,
Yeah, okay.
the money is taken out and then it's in a holding tank.
Well, thank you to those of you who pledged this money.
thank you,
So,
sir.
have you anything to say about this from a personal point of view?
I'm just so grateful to the JV community. I know that. I mean, Jonathan is going to be blown away by the comments that you love us.
Oh.
Well, she's getting, don't start because
They're both crybabies.
I'm gone. You know,
And actually, a lot of it is down to having the Vera Von Traps here.
yeah, I think actually,
It's been
can
great.
I just ask, did people enjoyed having them?
They have absolutely. We're going to have to do it again
Yeah, we
because
are.
the guys have.
If you'd like us here every week,
They can't afford
guys-
us.
Well, actually-
they have just loved having the boys here and all the extra harmonies that they bring and so on. And they're all asking how I cope. Just the answer is I don't know.
Well, we're missing one. We're missing Dan,
one.
and we miss him
Who?
a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And Dan.
I'll
that's right,
joke,
as well.
Dan.
I wonder
Come
what
back, Dan.
I wonder
Come
what
back
that
next
harmony
week.
was
Come and
missing.
sing with us. Yeah.
Okay, but
we're missing one.
we'll
Mark,
find-
wherever you go.
I just want to thank you for those of you who give to us regularly, and if you can, then a small amount to us just to keep us going during this time is very gratefully received. But this is one. shudders to even say.
Ask for any more
couldn't
money.
ask for any more money. But of course, this isn't going to us. This is going to the project. So, and I'm not going to say any more about that. If you want the CDs, the ones that Matthew and I wrote and that we were singing to you, Hymns Project.
That's
One,
the Hymns Project 1.
and the CD and the book
And the
that
book.
goes with it, and the CD that goes with Hymns Project 2, which
Yes.
has been hugely
people are loving that too.
critically received. And so I commend them to you.
And so many of you have been enjoying the boys singing and so on, so that if you're wanting something that's got the boys on it as well, then and you haven't got it yet, then you will love the Live in London, because it's got the CD and the DVD, and it's
And you'll
flipping
see them all
fantastic.
taking the mick out of this one. He drummed. He's the drummer, phenomenal drummer, and just watch it for a wonderful live show.
It
But
was
we're going to do a couple of songs, and we're going home. Well, and then you can keep giving through the weeks.
Oh.
Remember this one? Again, you're in it. We didn't end a show without doing this together for the family all for years. And it's by Paul Field, Go Peaceful. Thank you, Paul, for this one. Go peaceful in gentleness through the violence of these days. Give freely, show tenderness in all your ways.
Through darkness, in troubled times, let holiness be your aim. Seek wisdom, let faithfulness burn like a flame.
God speed you,
God lead you and keep you wrapped around His heart. May you be known.
by love. I think this is Sue's verse. Let's hear you. Be righteous.
Be righteous, speak truthfully in a world of greed and lies. Show kindness, see everyone through heaven's eyes.
God hold you
Enfold you and keep you wrapped around His heart.
may you
Be known.
by love. God hold you. God hold you.
Enfold you and keep you wrapped around His heart. May you be known.
My love.
For those of you who are praying people, could you please pray? And for those of you who don't pray but do think positive, warm thoughts, could we just again ask you to think about Jonathan and pray for Jonathan for Tuesday when he'll be chatting to the consultant about the state of his kidneys. So it would be very nice to know that his kidneys are holding firm and not deteriorating anymore. So thank you for that.
And so we say goodnight to you all, and but obviously I don't think this is going to be good night. I think you're going to keep going and keep sharing tonight's video, keep sharing the Matt's video, all the stuff that Nick and Matt have done together, and that together Claire and Rachel have done to prepare all the website. Matthew?
Yeah, I would say that a few people I've seen said, what else can we do? Well, what we would love is for this to be shared. As I said earlier, this total that we've reached is the bare minimum to get past the line. But if we can raise more than that, then it will just mean we can do so much more with this album, and it mean that we can put in more PR, we can work on it even more, and actually it'll make things a lot easier and even
talk towards the tour.
Yeah, and actually go towards the tour, and just making sure it's really adding a few extra songs, which I'm sure everyone would love. And people have said, what can we do? What we'd love is for you to share this page. So sharing the crowdfunder, it says at the bottom there, crowdfunder.co.uk/Jonathan Vera. If you can share that on your Facebooks, on your with other people, on as you've seen on the site, it gives all the information on there. It has the video at the top. It has a little biography about Dad and about what we are doing with this album. So, and I really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I know that Mum and Dad are actually a bit shocked right now.
Yeah, we are.
I think we're all shocked. But thank you. I think what's special for me is that I said from the beginning that we can do this and we can do that. And actually, but Dad was like, this is such a big ask. And actually, I wanted them to realise how loved they are by all of you and by all their fans, and actually how much they are appreciated. And you have shown that tonight. And just to give you, before we do the last song, just to give you the latest total, we've raised 77% of the funds. We've raised £9,280. So £9,280. Guys, you are incredible.
Thank you.
Again, I've never seen him speechless. This is very special. That's from 123, and we know that there's more. Some of you are couples and things like that. £9.2 thousand raised in the space of less than 40 minutes or whatever it's been, and it's very incredible.
I mean, it is. I mean, if the words "very" and "incredible" can be put together, tautology, I think
It's
that's
the
called. But actually, it's the most incrediblest. It's bigly, as Mr. Trump would
Really,
say.
yeah.
It's the bigliest.
But keep on going.
Right. We're going to let you go,
Thank you, Lord.
but keep in contact with us.
We'll keep the comments running. We'll again, any questions coming in.
Yeah.
Rachel, Sue, Jonathan, JV, me. I'll keep an eye on all the
Nick.
questions
Do not
tonight.
ask Nick anything.
don't talk
No,
to
he
Nick.
knows
Okay,
nothing.
he knows nothing about
And
anything.
I've seen.
Vacuum
I
cleaners.
know
That's
that
what
I've
I'm
received some questions coming in already. My wife said it came off my iPad at home saying someone wrote a question in. I just haven't been able to answer it because I've been in here. So I will jump straight on the email and try and answer anything for you. Please don't hesitate to contact us if you're confused about anything. Don't worry. The album's going nowhere. There are plenty of copies to go around for everyone.
Yeah, there will be.
And thank you, Claire and Rachel, because you've been doing an amazing job at keeping all this information
So
coming up.
Unbelievable.
Hey.
Just round of
Hey.
applause.
Yes.
All right, come on, Claire. Rachel. In Barrow Furnace. All right.
And now to finish is Claire de Lune.
Right.
I'm going to finish this now. Here we go, in the normal way. From Numbers chapter 6 in the Bible, all the way back. And I do sing this one for the family for Lucas. I already talked about them, but I sing this for them. And I pray that God will bless you, whatever your thoughts about him or whatever. I do really pray blessings upon your life. The conversation I had with you today from Australia was so encouraging. So bless you, and all of you tonight. It's been amazing.
The Lord make his face to shine on you. The Lord bless you and keep you, and give you his peace. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine on you. The Lord bless you and keep you, and give you his peace, and give you his peace. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord turn his face toward you. The Lord bless you and keep you, and be gracious to you. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord turn his face toward you. The Lord bless you and keep you, and be gracious to you, and be gracious to you. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord turn his face toward you. The Lord bless you and keep you, and give you his peace, and give you his peace. God bless you.
God
See you
bless
next
you
week.
all. Have a good week.